Democrats were united in ensuring that we continue to fund the government, and it's a win for the American people. There's, as we know, 2 million federal workers, millions more that would have been impacted. And so Democrats did the absolute right thing today. Obviously, we're still going to work on the Ukraine funding. It's really important to us. But the Senate's going to get it done tonight, and we are averting what could have been a huge disaster. We know that the MAGA extremists were trying to essentially put us over the cliff, shut down our government, and we stopped them from doing that. So I'm really proud of Democrats tonight. We did the right thing.
Well, let me ask you about that last point. You tweeted earlier that while this short-term funding is a win for the American people, it's a slap in the face to Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene and Congressman Matt Gaetz. Tell me more.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, let's be very clear. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz have taken complete control of the Republican conference and caucus. I mean, they essentially run their operation. And so the fact that they have been pushing since day one, essentially for a shutdown, making all sorts of demands about cutting services for public school teachers, to cut Social Security, to move us backwards, and they did not get what they wanted, is a huge win. I mean, they did everything from trying to put forward an impeachment inquiry tying to the budget, to trying to shut down the government, and they were just unsuccessful. So the MAGA extremists did not win today, which is really important. We got something in a proposal that's important for us to get through. We're going to work on Ukraine. The Senate's going to do their job tonight, and then tomorrow we get back to work. There is more work to do to ensure that we keep this government open beyond the 45-day deal.
Okay, so we are watching that clock in the corner of our screen. We have less than 5 hours to go. You say the Senate is going to pass the CR. Let's say they do. It goes to the president's desk. The president signs it. You know very well we are back here in 45 days. What are going to be the sticking points in that debate?
Well, first is our hope is that we have a deal before 45 days. I mean, I think that we're going to be here this upcoming week, the following week, getting back to work. And Democrats are united. We were united in today's vote. That was, I think, very, very critical, very different from the other side, of course. And so what we're going to do is continue to work to ensure that we fight against every single attempt to take away services for veterans, for seniors, for families with child care. This is really critical for us as a country. And so I think Democrats did a great job of really sharing what the American people need and how much they would be impacted by these devastating cuts and proposals, and we're going to continue to do that. And so I think that we're pretty solid and set on our strategy, which is to tell the truth, be honest, push back against the lies, and not allow folks like Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene to decide what happens in this building.
You referenced the impeachment inquiry, and I do want to come back to that in just a second. But first, I want to ask you, one of the other, gloomy points of this was this idea that you had Republicans pushing for border provisions. The fact that they were going to allow that to be the holdup, the fact that they were going to allow that and aid to Ukraine to be the holdups, what does that tell you about the priorities of this Republican Party?
I mean, look, the fact that we were able to get this done and this extension done without having to get into this huge inhumane debate about immigration is really important. I mean, those of us that are actually working on immigration solutions, on border solutions, know that was essentially basically a political theater. They wanted to basically scapegoat immigrants and use immigrants like they normally do to try to cause a shutdown and possibly a larger disaster. And so we're happy that that was not included. That should not be included as part of a budget deal. And let's remember, we already agreed to a budget deal months ago. The president, the Speaker McCarthy, the Senate all agreed to a deal that now the Republicans are trying to unwind, led by folks like Matt Gaetz. And fortunately, we stood up to that today and got the job done.
I have to ask you, having watched you during Thursday's hearing, what it tells you about Republicans' true intentions behind this impeachment inquiry.
I mean, look, the impeachment inquiry is a complete farce. I mean, that was essentially the Donald Trump presidential campaign pulling all the strings. Let's remember that Marjorie Taylor Greene filed impeachment proceedings and a resolution on the president's first day in office. That's all you need to know about how much of a joke and really a shame of what we did and what happened that other day. I'll also note, though, that it was also a complete unsuccessful operation for the Republicans. We pushed back against every single lie. We stuck to telling the truth. As a reminder, none of the witnesses, by the way, could say that they actually had any actual real evidence to link President Biden to Hunter's business dealings, which we know there's zero evidence. And in fact, The lead Republican star witness said on the record that there was no evidence, and there's not enough evidence to link the president or impeach him. So that was a complete disaster for them, and essentially was the truth for us. The president is doing a great job. He said there's no evidence that he's done anything wrong. Let's move forward. Let's work on behalf of the American people.